No. There it is,
Okay.
live.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Forman. I'm the owner of Holistic Wellness and Health. I do health and wellness education, cooking classes, cooking demonstrations throughout Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. And I also do online health coaching as well as life coaching. So I'm working in partnership with the Farm Alliance of Baltimore. The Farm Alliance of Baltimore is a collective of over 17 urban farms located all throughout Baltimore City. And they all grow using sustainable practices and organic practices as well. So I'll be using produce from them as well as some produce that I've received from the Food Rescue Baltimore, located in Hamden. So we'll be doing several dishes today. We're doing sweet and spicy kale stems, using the kale stems from yesterday's cooking demo. And we'll be doing a mashed chickpea salad, kind of like a chicken salad style. And we'll be doing the kale, collards, and mustard green stir fry. So we're going to actually get started with our kale, mustard greens, and collards. So we have beautiful collards. These actually came from Strength of Love 2 farm. This is red Russian kale. You can actually see in the color in the stems. That also came from Strength of Love 2 farm. And these are beautiful red mustards. These are not as bitter, or doesn't have quite as much bite as some other mustards, but it's a really good tender mustard. All of these are like early spring, even though it's not spring yet, but they're early spring mustards and greens, so they have a nice tender texture to them. Our scallions here came from the Greener Garden Farm in Northeast Baltimore in the Hamilton area, as well as our carrots, our beautiful carrots here. And the celery that we'll be using for our chickpea salad came from Food Rescue Baltimore. Okay, so we're going to actually get started with our stems, our kale stems. So it's going to be the sweet and spicy kale stems. The stems have already been chopped up from yesterday's cooking demo. And I used about 10 to 12 of the stems. I already have the oil in the pan, and I'm going to go in and start adding that in. I'm going to add some onions to that as well. Some diced yellow onions. And to make it sweet and spicy, you have maple syrup. So organic maple syrup. Some tamari. So you can use tamari or soy sauce. Tamari is basically soy sauce without the wheat. Just a little bit of red pepper flakes that'll make it spicy. And I'm going to add just a little nutritional yeast. Stir all of that up. So it's just a stir fry, quick stir fry. Great way to use your stems. So Tasha yesterday said that she likes to put her stems in smoothies. So that's a great way to use your stems as well. You can also use the stems to make broth, a veggie broth. Just save it and put it in the freezer until you're ready to use them. This takes about 10-15 minutes to cook. And while that's cooking, our other oil is getting hot now. This is for our kale, collards, and mustard greens. So I'm putting the onions in. And my bell peppers and orange and green here. And I'm just going to let that cook for a little bit, and while that's sauteing, I'll start cutting up our greens for today's dish. I'm just going to chop up our red mustards. You can coarsely chop it as big or small as you want. And you can also do this in a big stock pot. Today I'm just doing it in a wok, but you can use whatever pot you want to use for this dish. I'm cooking the stems with it. These stems are pretty tender. So today, once again, we'll be cooking with the different colors of the rainbow. So these mustards are actually have green and purple, which gives different phytonutrients and antioxidants. I'll post more information about that in the post itself in the comments section later on today. I did post the link to the recipes from yesterday. The kale salad recipe is in the post from yesterday's video, so that is in, the link is in there and it's available for you. So I have my beautiful collard greens. And I'm going to take the stems off of these, and we can save these stems to do a different dish with stems. So we can actually do the roasted stems, or we can use this for soup stock. I haven't decided what we're going to do with these yet. But we'll do something with it because I don't like to waste food. I'm going to lay our collards out flat on top of each other. Collards take a little longer to cook than some of the other greens. So I'm actually going to put this in first. Let me check on our onions real quick. They look good? They're good. I'm going to cut our collards in half. Stack them on top of each other, and then I'm going to thinly slice it so they're not big pieces. So they're about 2 inches. Just little strips. That'll help them cook a lot faster. Alright. And let's see. These are our red Russian kale. So I'm going to actually show you how a great way to destem the kale. So this works with pretty much any kale, just turned upside down. There you go. So it's just an easy, quick way to take the leaves off of the stem. I'm going to save these stems as well to make another dish. If anyone has any questions, definitely feel free to ask. My assistant can see the questions as they come in, so I can answer them live, or I can also answer them if you put it in the comments section. I'll answer them later on today. Just a few more, and then we can put all of this in our pan. Stir this in. Our stems are looking good as well. I'm actually going to go in and add some garlic to the bottom of this and let that start cooking. I'm going to add red pepper flakes to this as well. I'm going to actually add a little water to this, so I'm going to start off with about a cup of water. And this is a broth base, so since I'm using water, I'm going to add a broth base, but you could also use veggie stock or veggie broth. So that's what this is. You can use any brand you want. And smoked paprika. So I'll put all of the measurements, and I'll tell you all of the measurements in a moment, but they'll also be in on the website. So you can just go to the website and click on that. This takes about 15 minutes to cook. So while this is cooking, we'll make the chickpea salad. I have both of the heats on medium high, and I'll turn it down if I need to. I used the pure sesame oil today, but you can use grapeseed oil. Avocado oil is also great to use. I'm going to add a little more water. A little bit of pink Himalayan salt. So like I said yesterday, pink salt has over 84 minerals in it. So it's a great salt to use when cooking. It doesn't raise the blood pressure quite as fast as other salts as well. And then we also have nutritional yeast, which is high in B vitamins, protein, and fiber. So it's very high in B12, which is great for nerve pain, people who have diabetic nerve pain, as well as it's great for stress. So a lot of people are under stress right now, and B12 is a good supplement to start adding if you're not already doing that. And nutritional yeast is a great way to get that. So you can see this is a very colorful dish. We have think we have all of the colors of the rainbow in this one dish here. So we'll let that finish cooking, and then we can come over and do our chickpea salad. So I'm going to post the recipe for the mayo. I actually made this mayo a little while ago, but I don't think we'll have enough time to actually make it today. But it's really simple to make. It's just oil. You can use avocado oil or just a neutral oil, agave, apple cider vinegar, salt, and the aquafaba. So we actually use the liquid from the chickpeas. Okay. So we're going to actually come over to our food processor. Usually when I do the cooking demos, if I don't bring the food processor, I use a potato masher to mash the chickpeas, but I'm doubling this recipe. So I'm going to actually do like a quick trick here. I actually have the S-blade in the bottom, and then I have the grater on top. So I'm actually going to do both at the put my carrots in here at the same time. As this is done. So you can see the carrots are getting shredded and the chickpeas are getting mashed. So these were the carrots that we got from the Greener Garden Urban Farm in Northeast Baltimore. We're just going to put our mixture in our bowl. Our chickpeas are very high in fiber as well as protein. And for those who haven't had chickpeas, it's also known as garbanzo beans. It's what's used to make falafel and hummus. It's like a great, like you can use it for baked goods. You can use chickpeas for a lot of dishes. It's a great thing to have on hand.
International markets might call it chana.
Yes. So it's also known as chana, C-H-A-N-A. You'll see white chana and black chana. So the black chana is just a black chickpea, and it's a little smaller usually, but they both taste great. And you can find them at a lot of Asian markets, Indian markets, and pretty much any international African markets as well. This particular chickpeas are usually used in a lot of Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and North African dishes. Okay, thank you. All right, so we have 2 cans of chickpeas. We have 2 carrots and some diced celery. So these are the diced celery from Food Rescue Baltimore. So this has been diced up. And because I'm doubling this, I'm using, normally it would be 2 to 3 tablespoons of relish. I'm using 6 tablespoons, which is the same as 3/4 cup of our relish. Using our homemade mayo, and this is 1/2 cup. And we're using mustard. So this is the spice mustard, but you can use Dijon mustard as well. And to give it, actually today I'm going to go for a tuna chickpea salad flavor instead of chicken salad flavor. So if I wanted more chicken, I would use poultry seasoning, but today I'm using kelp, and that'll help give it like a slight fishy flavor, kind of like tuna fish. And kelp has like a lot of natural iodine, which a lot of people who don't eat seafood, this is a great way to get your iodine if you don't want to do iodinized salt, which I do not like iodinized salt because of the chemicals that they put in it, and it only has 2 minerals. So we have our kelp, put in about 1/4 teaspoon, and literally I'm just going to mix it up. That's all it is. You can refrigerate this. This will keep in the refrigerator for about 3-4 days. So this is a great meal for meal prepping as well. You can make this ahead of time. Kids love it. If you mash it up enough, for people who have like dentures or don't have teeth, they can eat it as well. You might want to take the celery out though. And that's it. So you can serve it with crackers on a sandwich. We're going to serve it with crackers and possibly do some sandwiches as well. So that's that. So very quick, easy, simple dish to do. you know what? I think we have time to do the mayo. So we're going to go and do it. So our mayo, actually you can come over here. So this is the aquafaba, or aquafaba, so it's known as both. And basically that means bean water. So this is the water from our chickpeas that was drained off of the chickpeas. We used canned chickpeas today, but you can use dried chickpeas. And then when you finish cooking your chickpeas, to save that liquid. So this recipe, I'm going to just do the regular amount. So I'm going to start with 1/4 cup of aquafaba. A 1/2 teaspoon of ground mustard. So 1/4 of this and 1/4 teaspoon of our salt. I'll do that in a moment. I'm going to add, I'm going to start off with 3/4 cup of oil. If it's not thick enough, then you can add more oil. Usually you don't need more than a cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil today. Then we're going to add some apple cider vinegar, 1.5 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. There. So I like to use the raw apple cider vinegar. It still has the mother in it, which is the natural bacteria that's great for your gut health. Today I'm using the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, but there are other brands out there that are unfiltered as well. I'll use that. I'm going to use agave, but you can also use maple syrup for this mayo. So I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of agave. And I'm not going to add any salt to this right now. I'm using an emulsion blender. And I'm going to start on low and just kind of add air to it. The longer I go, the thicker this will get. And if I need to make it a little thicker, I can add more oil. And it gets a lot more thicker. There we go. If you put it in the refrigerator. I do know my grammar. We want to blend this for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're not going to do the whole 3 minutes here, but I just want to let you see the texture starting to change. So just keep on getting thicker. If you don't want to use an emulsion blender, if you don't have one, then you can use a regular blender, and you want to do it on the low setting. So we're actually going to go back to the stove. So our greens are cooking down, they look great. And our stems look good as well. So I'm going to actually turn off the burner for our stems. I'm going to let our greens continue to cook just a little bit longer. Okay. So tomorrow we are doing spinach potato soup. Ms. Harris asked for us to do that, so I'm going to do that tomorrow using potatoes from Food Rescue Baltimore, as well as spinach from the Greener Garden. And then we will do black bean brownies and black bean dip. So that's tomorrow. And then on Friday we're doing spinach salad and a green smoothie. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing do-it-yourself household cleaning items. So we'll be doing, it'll be spring. Did you have a question?
Yes, we have one question. Does aquafaba need to be cold or at room temperature? I have trouble making mayo.
Oh.
And that's from Davida.
Hi, Davida. Davida.
Davida,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes, I know who she is. So I like to start off with cold, but you don't have to. Once you put it in the refrigerator, after you finish blending it, it will get thicker. But the key is starting off with low speed. If you do it on high speed or if you over blend it, it'll actually become liquid. It still tastes good, it just won't be the thick mayo. So you wouldn't be able to use it as a spread, like on a sandwich, but you can still use it. It just won't be thick. Yeah. But cold is good, but it doesn't have to be cold. Yeah. So I'll definitely be doing the do-it-yourself cleaners. We'll be going live at 5 every day this week. And make sure you share this video, share our page, like this video, like the page.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll put the link for that. I actually would love for you all to subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers to start, and then I can actually change the name on it. Then when I get to 1,000, that'll make me very happy. So, so that's go for the 100 first, and then we'll keep on going from there for the YouTube channel. For Instagram, you can follow me at Holistic Wellness and Health. No spaces, Holistic Wellness and Health, and make sure you share that as well. So I think we are pretty much done. If no one else has any questions, I don't want to keep it too long. We're just under 25 minutes again, yay. So let's just wrap this up. So we have our beautiful chickpea salad. So this is our family's dinner tonight. Our kale is done. So this is kale, collards, and red mustards. All these greens came from Strength to Love Farm, which is one of our member farms for the Farm Alliance of Baltimore. And our stems as well, our sweet and spicy kale stems from the stems of the recipes we did yesterday. So if you didn't catch yesterday's recipes, they're still on the Facebook page. We actually did kale salad, and we did smoky kale with garbanzo beans. So using a lot of beans this week. Got garbanzo beans yesterday and today, and black beans tomorrow. So if you all have anything that you all are interested in seeing, definitely put a comment down. I read all of the comments, so let me know, and I will see what I can do. This is Crystal Forman with Holistic Wellness and Health, where we make healthy living easy, delicious, nutritious, and fun. Make sure you follow us, and I will see you all tomorrow live at 5.